It's, you can try the one I did, but
So this is our intro to odor class number 3. So thanks for coming again. We're still going to be using just the birch odor, and of course we're going to pair it with our treats. So remember, I just really wanted to stress, I probably told you before, but pairing, you can do pairing your whole life with Nosework. It's never wrong, it's never harmful, it's only good.
even like, all right, let's say at Gyra's level.
Yes, yeah. Because it just adds motivation, they get that instant reward, so it increases their drive. They just know, I want to get to that odor because I know what's going to be right there with it. And along those lines too, be sure to use your high-level treats that you're not using every day. You know, I mean, really. And, you know, I know it's hard, but just bring a slightly hungry dog because you want all the motivation. I just love it. Oh my gosh, I just want to get to that odor.
Always hungry.
And then Cody, we don't expect him to be, but he's driving anyway.
Oh, but listen, I mean, I started putting boxes out on the patio the other night. I've been doing a little bit on the patio in these hot nights.
Yeah.
And he sees the boxes.
Yeah.
I mean, this for Cody is like cartwheels for Xena.
I know.
Oh.
And so you can see the value of the boxes. Of course,
good
we've
thing-
said that a lot. It brings the context to the dogs, you know.
This is probably more than you need on your video, but see, would make it easier then to do, because I've been putting Bonnie's, you know, I've been putting the odor out for Bonnie, and then picking it up, and then going and putting the food out for, but you just,
Well, now that you are on odor, you compare your odor, you know, for cotton.
and it makes it a lot easier.
Just make sure the odor that you have paired with the treat is not one that can be ingested. A small little thing like I did once.
I've got those, they're,
Bigger.
yeah.
Or the tins.
Yeah, they're tins out this side.
Yeah. So anyway, so pairing's always fabulous. And okay, but you guys need to, you know, you're developing your skills as a handler too. So of course in competition will not be paired, and so you're going to have to step in and give that reward. And the dog's used to the instant reward, and you guys know with agility, just like with clicker training or the yes marker word, and follow up with the treat as quickly and as accurately as you can. And in Nosework, it needs to be right at the source of the odor at all times, not over here, and then the odor's right down here. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we are going to have it paired with, I have some stuff, and then you're going to step in and give that additional reward, 1 or 2. Right now we can give 1 or 2. Later we'll just give 1 because we don't want it to ultimately result in stickiness where the dog never leaves to go to continue hunting. I don't think your guys have that problem. And we've laid that good foundation where we've had the multiple food boxes. So they're like, oh yeah, get it, and you go find the next one. So we're just starting with 1 odor box like we did before because odor is a little bit different where then there's going to be other odor, you know, so, but we will get to be having more than 1. So, and really I told you that last week, the odor really isn't the important thing, but we use odor for competition. You know, we can't have everybody hiding all kinds of different food. You know, we have to have the same thing, so that's why the odor was introduced. It doesn't really have anything to do with the dog's ability to search and wanting to search, you know, and everything. So anyway, but they do use the term odor obedience in Nosework, and it's a term we use to describe, it's the dog's overriding desire to get to the source of odor, because he knows he's getting, you know, the steak, whatever. It's as if the odor is calling him, and he obediently complies. He doesn't care about anything else. So again, that's back to our environmental, where you want to be going to all kinds of places, but he doesn't care if there's, you know, a tennis game going over here, or some kids playing, or, you know, somebody walking by, because I smell that odor, I know I'm getting that steak, and, you know, that's what I want to do. And then we want the dog to stay there too, so that's why we're kind of giving multiple treats right now. Yes, we want him to leave and go find more, but we don't want him to go, oh, alert, and then running off. You didn't even know exactly where he was, you know, when you're in competition. So you do want the dog to, you could be way over here, because, you know, your dog's searching independently. That's another one of our big words, right? So a lot of times, especially in the big area, you can just be standing there watching the dog. You don't have to be, remember, you don't want to be right on top of him, because you don't want to be interrupting his problem solving, his mental search, you know. But when he gets to that bucket, you know, if I'm way over here, you know, and I'm calling alert, the dog's telling me, giving me a look or whatever, your dog will develop their alert stuff. The dog's going to stay there until I get over there. Yes, good job. Okay, find more. You just step back, and then they know to keep searching. So that's kind of what we're working towards there. odor for a while and doing well, we'll just have you do the one additional, or when we graduate to the closed boxes, they will not be paired, so it'll just be your one reward. But as they get more confident and better with the odor, we won't do as many rewards, because again, we don't want them to never leave that place,
Did you hear that?
Yes, was that mine? Oh, okay. And if you're ever, like today, or if you're ever doing your boxes and you've rewarded and everything and the dog's not leaving, remember, we don't want to pull the dog away from the odor, you just simply pick up the box. Then the dog's like, oh, okay, well, let me go somewhere else. Yeah, and you can put it down somewhere else or whatever. Okay.
With this open odor box, you were not dropping it in. We're
Let's have
handing
the reward
it to
from
them.
your hand, which is what you'll do in competition.
Because you don't ever touch the top of the box.
Right, so just do it right next to the box, which is right where the odor is,
Yeah.
right? Because in competition, you don't want to be doing on top of the box and then a few crumbs and then you kind of for the next dog. That's not fair. So anyway, okay. So we're continuing to expand our search area, and then we did that in our intro to Nosework where we did some threshold hides. Remember, we had it right inside the start line. We might do some of that today, but I'm going to put a couple cones out here just so that you get used to. There is always a start line, and you have to come in between the cones before you go to the odor. And really, what I want you to do is always take that time at the threshold. Even as you're approaching the threshold, as soon as you come in a building, if the threshold's your door, if it's up to these cones, that dog's already smelling the odor, and he's already, making sense of it, the odor flow, where it is. So you're, don't get up to the start line and then go adjust your collar. Oh, talk to your dog. He's already in search mode. So you need to do that way out before your start line comes up. So that's why we're going to have a start line, just so you get used to that and holding him at the start line, letting him get that full, and he's all ready to go either right to it or start working out the problem that he needs to solve to find it. So we'll always have a threshold. Okay, and again, that's our other thing. Your biggest job is observing your dog, right? Observing, and that's why we do off-leash sports, so you don't have to manage your leash, but at least one with your leash, because that's your other skill you have to get used to, because a lot of searches are on leash. But observing the dog, because the more you know what your dog looks like when it encounters the odor, and then how it solves problems, because you're going to know where the hide is. So let me back up. Most of your training needs to be, you're not testing the dog all the time, which would be you don't know where the hide is, right? You know where it is at least 80% of the time, your whole life training, because you're always observing your dog and see how he worked out the problem, if it was a high hide or it's in between stuff or a barricade. And we're going to do more and more of those problems for the dog, because then when you do get in competition and you don't know where the hide is, you're confident. You can see your dog is an odor, you can see exactly how he's working out the problem, and then right when he gets to it, you'll know and be able to step in and correctly call it. So that's why we're, of course you can practice with blind hides. We'll do that towards the end a little bit, but in your practice and in classes, almost always you should know where the hide is, because that's where your real training is coming for you. And you want to set your dog up for success too. If you don't know where it is, like say, maybe we did a high hide or it was behind some stuff and the dog really couldn't, it's fine to go, okay, let's go take him out, put it up, let's readjust the hide, because you always want to set the dog up for success. Yes, he does need to learn how to solve problems, but it can't be where it was too hard for him at that time. He wasn't up to that one yet. Let's scale it down a little bit. He comes back in, can solve it, and then you keep graduating on. You don't want the dog to go, feel discouraged, I can't do it. And you feel that way too, but you know how we are as humans. We want our dogs to alert. We want them to find that hide. It's okay to not allow them to find a hide. Perfectly okay. So I remember one of the dog trainers used to say, pay more for less. And that was in learning high hides. Like even when the dog just barely glanced. You guys know that in agility. You just give a little glance. That's how you're shaping and building that. So maybe he didn't learn exactly, but his head went up to it. It's like, yes, and you treat. That builds the confidence in the dog to, oh yeah, I do know exactly where it is, so like that. Okay, so today we're going to do the first couple of rounds off leash, and I've got the boxes in a pattern, so to speak. So we have our paired odor box, and then after they leave the odor box, you can have them keep searching around, and I have a couple boxes that are not open, and then I'll add another box, so they'll have a couple I'm gonna bring some of our other stuff out here and take most of the boxes away. I'll just have a couple boxes. And then I'm gonna hide the odor box in completely different areas of the building. It won't be in here with the stuff that we're just used to right in this area. We'll have it, maybe one at the threshold, maybe one over in the kitchen, maybe one all the way in the bathroom. See if it draws them or not, you know. But even if it doesn't draw them right away, again, you know where it is. You can go, oh, let's go check over here. Again, we're not aiding our dog constantly, but it's okay in a search. You as a handler know, oh, I never covered that area. Let me just take my dog to the area. Then the dog's the one that will encounter and search for the odor. So, okay? Well, that's what we're doing today.
Okay.
All right. And you guys got my email. I told you a couple things we'll be doing in upcoming classes. You know.
So today, just to be sure, I'm gonna step in and give her a couple of little,
yeah, she'll get the root treat that's in there.
and then we'll keep looking and you'll like reposition. So
Right.
that, so in other words,
Yeah.
we're not just going for one on each pass. We'll end up having a couple of things for them.
Right.
I mean,
You'll have like your
say
three.
one, but
Yeah, your three cups. And they did mention in the class, which I thought was good too, we can do one where they found the one order and they're done. Because you don't always get to go and get more, especially at level 1. It's the one. Yay! You get the reward. Yay! Let's go out. So maybe on the last pass we'll just have you do that. They just find the one. I'll let you know, and then they go out.
yeah, because
That's
when
good
I'm
for their
hiding things
learning,
around,
too.
I always have several things
Yeah.
tucked in.
Yeah.
under
They
the
just have one.
So I have a question. I was working in my patio this week and I put a treat up on a ledge which was pretty high for them.
Okay.
And I didn't know how to, they were not understanding
too
to
high.
go up.
Yeah.
And I was so tempted just to, hey, look.
Yeah, you can.
But
Because then they'll always have to have you say, hey, look. And in competition, you won't know where it is.
you just told me that if they kind of are,
Yeah.
make that motion,
Yes,
even
you
though they're
could.
not at it yet,
Yeah.
they're in the right direction.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
treat,
okay.
yay, yeah. And then maybe take them out and then lower it just a little. Because obviously, if they can't get it, that means it was too high for their problem-solving skill set so far, you know. And then once they get the lower one, try the higher one again. But yeah, exactly.
Maybe easier when we're using odor because that's a stronger smell than maybe a piece of cheese.
Oh no, they're pretty. I mean, I think the dogs would drive to a steak, don't you? More than odor. That's why we care so much. But then they'll quickly. Now we've only had 2 classes, so they don't have that strong association. But it will build to where, oh my gosh, that odor means I'm getting that treat. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So who do we have first, Renee?
I think
I can
Gina,
stop it.
I have to.
Sure.